It's October 17, 2016, and it's time to review 5 of the most outrageous, infuriating, or just plain baffling things that have happened lately. It's your Facepalm 5. Let's count them down. Number 1, member of Congress says child abuse turns boys gay. Republican representative from Texas Louie Gohmert guest hosted the conservative Christian radio show Point of View last week, which went about as well as you would expect it to go when you put Louie Gohmert in front of a live microphone for 2 hours. At one point during the show, while interviewing a guest who claimed to be an ex-transgender person, Gohmert recalled his days as a judge when he observed that boys who had been molested, quote, universally came to feel that they were gay. I will let Gohmert's appalling ignorance as to the origins of homosexuality speak for itself. I would ask why the sexuality of the victim even came up in so many child molestation trials, but this is Texas we're talking about, where he turned my boy gay is probably a formal criminal charge. So what the hell do I know? Number 2, Ginsburg disses Kaepernick. One of the most celebrated liberals of her generation, Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, elicited disappointed sighs and raised eyebrows last week when Yahoo News published an interview where she described Colin Kaepernick's refusal to stand for the national anthem in protest of black oppression as, quote, dumb and disrespectful. So black folks should be more respectful of symbols of the society that brutalizes them. Gotcha. Though I have to say, in describing Kaepernick's protest as dumb, Ginsburg has given us all a valuable reminder that even our greatest champions of progress and social justice are not perfect, and that our admiration should always be tempered by a healthy dose of skepticism, even and perhaps especially when it comes to evaluating our idols. And you know, that is such an important message. I bet RBG did that on purpose. God, she's amazing. Number 3, Rush Limbaugh doesn't understand consent. Last week on his radio show, Rush Limbaugh said this, quote, you know what the magic word in American sexual mores today is? Consent. If there is consent, it's perfectly fine, whatever it is. But if the left ever senses that there's no consent in part of the equation, then here come the rape police. We don't actually have rape police, though if we did, maybe more than 3% of all rapists would face justice for their crimes. And can all the folks who complain about the very idea of teach them not to rape campaigns just sit down? Because clearly there are quite a few people, including hosts of nationally syndicated radio shows, who still need the lesson. Number 4, Trump's sleazy comeback strategy. His poll numbers plummeting, his supporters within the Republican Party abandoning him following the release of the now infamous grab them by the pussy Access Hollywood tape, Donald Trump is responding the only way he knows how, by finding a way to be an even bigger scumbag than he was before. Prior to the second presidential debate, Trump held a press conference alongside several women who have accused former President Bill Clinton of sexually assaulting them. These women, assuming their allegations are true, are victims of terrible crimes who have been denied justice for decades. Donald Trump demonstrated his compassion for these women by enlisting them in a stunt designed to buoy his failing presidential campaign. Donald Trump, champion of rape survivors, as long as it's politically expedient. And he's not the one that's being accused of rape. Although, now that we're on the subject of the Republican presidential nominee, let's go ahead and finish up by talking about number 5, the beautiful destruction of Donald Trump. Let me show you something. This is a graph of the RealClearPolitics poll average in the last 30 days. That red line is Donald Trump. Between his laughable debate performances, suspicion about his tax returns, that Access Hollywood tape reminding us all of what a woman-hating pile of garbage he is and always has been, plus the recent revelations from several women that allegedly Trump's behavior went beyond mere locker room talk and encompassed actual sexual assault. Things aren't looking too good for Trumpy these days, and his defeat on Election Day seems more and more certain with each passing day. This feels more like an episode of And Now the Good News all of a sudden, doesn't it? It's a little off format for this series, but you know what? I think I'm just gonna let it ride. That's 5. Catch you later. Hey folks, hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. And also, please consider helping me to make more videos like this one by supporting this channel through Patreon. You can go to patreon.com/Steve Shives to become a patron. Thanks for watching.